Hello, I'm going to give my quick NXT Stand and Deliver and WrestleMania 40 predictions. We'll come back to this video at a later point being next week, and see if I was right on any of these. First, we're going to start with NXT Stand and Deliver, because this event has not been highlighted enough. The kickoff match has already been confirmed, and the kickoff match is Shawn Spears versus Joe Gacy. Now, there's probably bias in this prediction, because Spears is my favorite wrestler right now, but I have no reason to believe he'll lose this one. Gacy hasn't really done much of anything lately, and he's kind of been losing a lot, so I'm gonna go with my guy, Shawn Spears, for this one. Up next we have, I'm just gonna say JC Jane and Friends versus Thea Hale and Friends, because I can't think of the other people's names off the top of my head. I'm gonna just say Thea Hale and crew and move on, as this match doesn't really have much substance going behind it. Next we have Breakker and Corbin versus Frazier and Axiom for the NXT Tag Team titles. Ignoring the fact that I wanted the OC in this match, I believe Frazier and Axiom are winning, as Braun Breaker is going to be going to the main roster soon. Not much more to add to that, so we're going to move on to Dijak versus Obafemi versus Josh Briggs for the NXT North American Championship. Now, as much as Dijak deserves a push, hashtag push Dijak, I think Obafemi is coming out here on top. Would love to be wrong, but I wouldn't really have much of a problem with me being right either. As far as Lyra Valkyria and Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship goes, I think Roxanne is winning, but I wouldn't mind Lyra winning either. However, because this is a new direction for Roxanne, they're probably going to give it to her, which, fair enough. And we have Ilya Dragunov versus Tony D'Angelo for the NXT title, and I think Ilya is winning. He is scheduled to go to the main roster soon, but I think they're going to have Trick Williams beat Ilya at the next pay-per-view. Speaking of, the main event of the evening, Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes, Shawn Michaels, Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa feud right here. Trick Williams is 100% winning. There is no way that Carmelo Hayes is winning. He is going to the main roster very, very soon, and Trick just has all the momentum right now. And thus, that concludes my predictions for NXT Stand and Deliver. We will now move on to the big one, WrestleMania 40. First match I will cover is the gigantic tag title match. Now, this prediction is going to be a little weird, because I think this is going to be the moment that the titles split. I'm going to say DIY grabs the Raw pair, and Waller, in theory, grab the SmackDown pair. If I get the people who win right, but the title's wrong, I'll give myself half a point. Next, we have LA Knight versus AJ Styles, a feud that has been built up pretty well, despite what Twitter wants to tell you. Some total non-stop action here, eh? I'm going to say it's LA Knight, despite the fact that the OC, AJ included, is kind of, my thing, minus Spears. But considering they do want to push LA Knight into that megastar status, a guy who's already gotten a few championship opportunities, while AJ has already been champion, but LA Knight never won, I'm gonna say LA Knight wins. Brother versus brother, Jimmy versus Jay, Yeet versus no Yeet. I'm gonna go with Yeet! The U.S. title, Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. I think the Logan Paul run has ran its course, and Kevin Owens has not had a singles title in forever, so I'm gonna give it to Kevin Owens. Sammy versus Gunter. There is no way in hell that Gunter loses this match. He will lose to Chad Gable at a later date, probably SummerSlam, could potentially not be SummerSlam. I don't know, but I don't think Sammy's beating him for a title that Sammy has already won. If that implies that I hated the build for this whole thing, you'd be correct, minus the last Raw. In the main event of night one, the tag match between Roman and Rock versus Cody and Seth, I believe Roman and Rock are winning. Just to stack the deck up against Cody Rhodes even more than it already has been. That's night one. For night two, we have Ashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament in a Philadelphia street fight. I'm gonna go with the Final Testament, because they really need it. Next, we have Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar. I'm gonna say Santos and Dominic Mysterio win. For the Women's World Championship, it'll be Rhea Ripley taking on the challenger Becky Lynch, and I believe Rhea is winning, despite the fact that she has done nothing with that title for a whole year. They are probably planning to have her be champion for quite a while longer after this. Does that pain me? Kind of. Do I care as long as she still has the Motionless in White theme song? Kind of. Next, we have a 6-woman tag between Bianca, Naomi, and Jade Cargill versus Damage Control, and I believe Team Babyface is winning because Asuka has never won at WrestleMania. Sad face. For the World Heavyweight Championship, it'll be Seth Rollins taking on the challenger, Drew McIntyre, and I believe that Drew McIntyre is winning and becoming World Heavyweight Champion, and he will finally win a championship at WrestleMania in front of a crowd. There is a small chance that Damian Priest cashes in, but I'm not gonna count that for predictions because that's honestly a little weird to track. I will say that Priest might cash in, but I'll just leave it at that. For the WWE Women's Championship, it'll be Io Sky taking on Bayley, and Bayley is winning 100%. I don't know what it is, but both of these women, Rhea and Io, have done absolutely nothing with their titles. While I think Rhea will have decent plans in the future, I don't think Io has any more plans, so we're gonna give this to Bayley. And finally, the main event of the evening, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes in what I'm predicting to be a Bloodline Rules match. And I'm saying it right here, right now. The story is gonna be finished. Cody Rhodes is winning the match. It has been a great run for Roman, but there is genuinely nothing left. Like, literally nothing left. There are no new challengers that could possibly oppose him. There is nothing. Roman has beaten literally everyone, Cody included, so I think this is the final time we will see Roman Reigns as the undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion. It had a great run, generational run, record-breaking run. It's over. It's done. Cody Rhodes is winning. That concludes the end of my predictions for WrestleMania 40. How many will I get right? I don't know. Tune in next week to find out. That's all. Bye!